Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video on the Warmaster Babari. So this is more of an update video just to clear some stuff from the previous videos I made. Basically after this I'm finally going to sell my Babari, I'll do a sad Monster Legends video and we can move on with our lives. So the first thing I wanted to address, and I want to thank you guys for commenting on the video, Zachi actually pointed this out, is that his ultimate is actually quite unique. It's very similar to that of Nautilus, Prey Becomes Hunter. If you know what Nautilus does, you'll know what I'm talking about. So here, let's just activate Axe Devastation, and you guys will see it firsthand. Axe Devastation, pretty cool animation. I attacked everyone. Look at how many extra turns I get. I actually got 3 extra turns. Let me do it one more time. And so essentially the way Axe Devastation works is that you get 1 additional extra turn for each monster you hit. That's why I got 3 extra turns, and that's why right now I got 3 more extra turns. And if I do it again, I'll get 3 more extra turns. So that's how Axe Devastation works. Again, very similar to that of Nautilus. Not like it's not a typical just you get 1 additional extra turn. No, you get an additional extra turn for every single monster you hit. So I wanted to point that out, which is awesome because it makes his ultimate a whole lot better. You blind everyone, you shock everyone, and you give yourself an extra turn for everyone you hit. And it's also worth mentioning that I'm not entirely sure if it is actually supposed to be that way, like the Nautilus skill, because just from the description alone, it just says gains an extra turn. So it's very possible that it could just be a bug, but at the same time, it's very possible that Social Point might decide to just change it and actually make him have up to 3 extra turn skills just to make him unique, you know, just like how Nautilus is. So that's all up in the air for now. And also with regards to something that Creepy Frostbite posted, is it does apply shock before you give yourself extra turns. Meaning that if you're fighting a Faraday, a Necromancer, any monster with anticipation, you're going to apply the shock first and then get yourself an extra turn, which will prevent them from getting extra turns. So Axe Devastation just got even better. And then another thing I want to point out about this monster, because yes, he's not that flashy, he's not like previous other Warmasters, is that you have to keep in mind that in the realm of Monster Legends, monsters aren't singular monsters. Like some of them can be like standalone monsters, but for the most part you create a synergy, you create a team. So the cool thing about this Warmaster, introducing that permanent torch immunity and the damage mirror, that allows you to create some pretty nifty combinations. For example, the team I have right now, if I add in my Necromancer who can give my team possession immunity and who has a revival skill and an extra turn skill, and I partnered up with a mounted monster like a Gersis, I have a pretty deadly team combination. Thanks to the torture immunity from Babari, my Gersis can't get hit with any DLT. Well, my whole team can't get hit, but mostly my tank, my mountain of a monster. He can't get hit with any torture effect, and he's immune to the 3 control skills. He's immune to possession, he's immune to freeze, he's immune to stun, and the mega variations, mega freeze, mega stun. So I have a pretty deadly team here. If a monster dies, I can revive with Necromancer, I can turn transfer if I need to. With Igursa specifically, thanks to the damage mirror and being able to use Vesuvius, I can reflect for 2 turns. Like, there's some really nifty stuff you can do. So let's actually just test out this team. And look, let's take on Fox. Fox is a pretty good example where I can do this. So I'll click fight. Even if the enemy goes first, look, he got an ult, AoE stun. Are my monsters gonna get stunned? No, I just reflect damage. And in this case, my anticipation kicked in. Well, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and just turn transfer to my Gersis to activate that Vesuvius. So there we go, I have reflection, and it didn't work for whatever reason. I still got hit, which is fine. Let's just do Anima, attack, Sweaty Blade. Oh, why isn't that working? Damage mirror, skill mirror, protection. Monster will receive all single target attacks. That is very weird. Again, I've noticed that happen more than once actually. Let's just recharge. Yeah, it's still attacking me. Okay, well then let's just let's do this skill and then I'll finish him off. So, and I'll recharge again. Got thrown, and let's just do Anima, recover some life. Alright, so ignoring that, let's keep on going. With my monster, I can pretty much do whatever. Let's just recharge. And Deadly Rip, reflected back at the enemy. Actually, did that even get reflected? Man, there's some strange stuff going on sometimes. Protection, monster will receive single hit. Did he lose the damage mirror? Recharge. Actually, I should have activated it again. So see, all I'm really trying to point is, look at how everything missed. So you can create some pretty nifty team combinations utilizing traits. And some people think that, oh, it's not worth it just for the traits. I beg to differ. Like, they're very important, especially if you can partner and create some really cool team combinations. So let me just do this attack right here, and I'll end off before I actually win. And then, actually, since I'm in PvP, one other thing I wanted to showcase was I completely misunderstood. And let me see if I can find a tougher opponent. I'm looking for someone who's really, really tanky. Let's see if I can find it. No luck. I need to be in higher trophy leagues. Let me see my defense log. Any luck? Ooh, maybe you. I need a tanky water monster on defense. So like a Cryoton would be nice. A Thalassa would be incredible. But I don't think I'm going to see that. The best we have is a Kihaku, so, you know, I'll just fight. So another thing that actually Creepy Frostbite posted, let me showcase this. It has to do with my singular thunder-based attack. So check it out. Ooh, fire hack. Let me reflect that. Nope. Alright, let's do Revenge is Cold. You see Revenge is Cold? It says applies water hater to itself, deals massive thunder damage to an enemy. So he actually activates the water hater before attacking. Meaning it is incredible. It is basically an OTK killer if you run like a strength node on him against a Thalassa. He's a Thalassa killer. So check it out. Let's attack and just look at the damage output. How much was that? 203k. Again, that's because he does apply the water hater before actually attacking, which I think is phenomenal. It seriously is. So there's so many ways to utilize them to fight like Cryotons, to fight Thalassas. Even if Thalassa goes first, you know, there's so many synergies. Partner him up with Elvira, that way he gets an attack in. The minute he gets an attack in, bam, Thalassa is dead. And because he has extra turn skills, well, keep in mind, you can kill another enemy monster. You can do fast chains, you can do your other extra turn skills, and then end off with the Revenge is Cold. So multiple ways to use this monster. Let's exit out and see if we can find someone, again, who's actually tanky. It's getting kind of hard because I am at a lower league right now. But yeah, I did want to point that out about that singular skill, because even in the practice, I don't think they had a water-based monster, right? There's no water-based monster to actually test out Revenge is Cold. Jelotron, who is this monster? Oh, Steak. So there's a water-based monster. So let's see if I can showcase that. ×4 speed. Alright, Deep Thunder. Alright, Revenge is Cold. See how it says 26,000 damage? Let's actually use it. Bam! Actually kills them because I get that water hater first. Again, I think that's amazing. It seriously is. Look, I'm fighting a Jelotron who could apply torture effects, but no, my team isn't going to get hit with torture effects thanks to my traits. And then let's just speed this up. Let's exit out. And yeah, so I got to showcase that. Again, thank you Creepy Frostbite for letting me know. Thank you Zachi for letting me know about the ultimate. With that being said, let's just test out some other things that I saw in the comments that people were curious about. Some people mentioned using this monster with a level 4 Elvira, a low level Elvira to reflect the attacks. And no, that will not work. The reason it won't work is because in order to actually return damage, you need to take damage. So if you recall the first video, when I had Tenacity Shield, I can't reflect anything because of the Tenacity Shield. So it's the same thing with Elvira. If I have Elvira, I can't reflect any damage because I'm not taking damage. So let me go slow on this. And you'll see right here, my whole team has evasion. I have a job for you. Nope, that was a team skill. I'll recharge here. So I lost evasion, so I actually will reflect stuff. So that max damage, I will be reflecting that max damage because I actually took damage. But let's see if someone attacks Elvira. Nope, not Elvira. Let's speed this up. Unpaid loan. And no, I didn't get to do it, so I'll just do an adventure map. But here's the cool thing. Summon Thorder. Again, powerful attack that counters cooldowns activated, so even a monster like L-Canine, not a threat against me because I can just kick his butt with a 0 cooldown skill. So this monster, very versatile, different ways to use them, different skills you can utilize, different ways to ruin them, which you've seen from my previous videos. Let's go into adventure map and showcase the whole Elvira thing. So I'll fight this team right here. And let's switch out you for an Elvira. So go to light, scroll all the way down, scroll a little up, level 51 now, that's weird. Click fight, and let's slow this. So recharge here. Alright, check it out. Atlantis Ring. No, that's a self skill. Viper's Gaze. That is a AoE. And see, I reflected nothing because I had evasion. And then some other cool things with Babari, and again, having to do with team synergy, given the fact that a team consists of 3 monsters, is if paired up with the right monster, someone like Gakora that can activate Fearlessness, and there's more monsters that have skills like this that can grant immunity to control skills. For example, Fearlessness grants immunity to stun, freeze, and possession to all of your allies. Well, then you have everything. You have the immunity to control effects from your Gakora, for example, and then you have the torture immunity from your Babari. So how amazing is that you can be fully protected? And again, this is where relying on a tanky team comes in handy. Even if you don't have a tanky team, if you have a revival monster, which there are plenty to choose from, there's definitely ways to utilize Babari in a team scenario. As a standalone monster, yeah, I agree, he's not necessarily the best. He's not that flashy like previous Warmasters, but I think in the right team combination, he can definitely be utilized. And again, in terms of skills, well, at least we discovered that Revenge of Cold is actually a pretty darn powerful attack because it applies Water Hater before dealing initial damage. It's very similar to why Darman's Bodyguard was so amazing, how he would apply Fire Weakness before a fire-based attack. Well, now you get Water Hater before a strong Thunder-based attack, so against a Water Monster, you're dealing like 450 times the regular damage. It's amazing. Bolta Aura, you guys saw me talk about how it is cool. Damage Mirror, it does come in handy if you're going for a tanky team. Summon Thorder. Again, it counts as cooldowns activated, family chains, it trades Disable, and gives you an extra turn. That's awesome. If you only have this monster at 100, again, he's still very usable, just for the fact that your other basic control skills, they're pretty good. It's a single blind and a single minor blind, which you can stack. So overall, I'm torn with this monster because I do think his skills are lacking, but at the same time, I love the monster design, and that alone is a reason I want to get him. And I don't know if I should because I could be saving my orbs for the Magic Warmaster or for the Meta Warmaster. But I love him, and he definitely can be used at 100. Yeah, he's not on the League of Necromancer or Elvira, I would say. But he does definitely serve a purpose. From what you saw in the PvP battles, I think this monster could definitely win you some player versus player battles. Team orbs is a little more iffy. It would depend on the team combinations if you have a revival monster, because you are going to take some damage. But overall, I gotta say, I do like this monster a lot. Am I disappointed? A little bit. I was expecting more in terms of skills. I was expecting something completely different with the trait. Maybe something having to do with anticipation. Maybe something to counter anticipation. And you can argue he kind of does, but not really. The trait alone, it just reflects damage, which in a way it does, but also doesn't because you risk dying. So there's a lot of factors to consider, but overall, when taking into consideration the team combination, the torture immunity, the permanent torture immunity does definitely come in handy, and the damage mirror definitely serves its own purpose. Definitely can be utilized. For runes, I've talked about it a lot. You can see the previous videos. Overall, I do really like Babari. Am I going to get this monster? I don't know. I have to decide within this first week. Because keep in mind, when a Warmaster monster is initially released during that first week, if you happen to unlock them, you get some pretty amazing rewards. So for example, if you complete the second floor, which will give you 100 cells enough to craft them, you'll get a level 10 speedrun. If you happen to complete the third floor, and by the way, completing the second floor, that costs a total of 2,300 orbs. If you happen to complete the third floor, which costs 4,700 orbs, you get another level 10 speedrun. So you can walk away with a rank 1 Babari and 2 level 10 speedruns for 4,700 orbs. And when you consider the fact that level 10 runes, when they are the cheapest, when they're on sale, they cost 345 gems, and you're getting 2 of them, you're saving yourself from spending 690 gems on runes. And so instead of saving up gems and using them to purchase level 10 runes, you might as well save up your gems, buy orbs during happy hours, accumulate enough to where you can walk away with a Warmaster and a level 10 rune. I think that's a better use of your gems. And for those of you wondering, if you want to complete the fourth floor, that's going to cost 8,200 gems. And I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of the completing the fourth floor. Okay, so you get a rank 2 Babari and you only get 50 additional Elementium. I don't like that at all. Floor 5 on the other hand, you get yourself an additional 1,000 gems. That's pretty awesome. And that's going to cost 13,000 orbs, for those of you wondering. 13,000 orbs to complete the 5th floor. And if you happen to complete the 6th floor, which is a little shy of 20,000 orbs I believe, well then you get 2 diamond relics. So yeah, not a lot of players are actually going to be able to do that. I think completing up to the 5th floor is definitely possible. That's also when you get your monster at rank 4, which is when they get all of their skills group 4 skills. So for most players, I think they've been saving up their orbs for a long time. There's 2 more monsters they can potentially beat up to the 5th floor. The Magic Warmaster, the Meta Warmaster. Or maybe doing what a lot of players have been doing, which is just completing the 2nd and 3rd floor, getting that level 10 rune. It's ultimately up to you at the end to decide what you want to do. I am really considering completing the 2nd floor, getting that level 10 speed rune, and just being able to use him at 100. Because again, I do think he's definitely usable, whereas maybe some of the other Warmasters aren't. I think the torture immunity, the damage mirror alone is enough to utilize them. And then having the extra turn blind and minor blind, that also comes in handy. But I don't know, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about Babari? Given everything is said and done now, after the videos you've seen, the part 1 video, the part 2 video, this update video on his ultimate and his skill. What do you guys think about this monster? Is he worth getting, or are you going to keep waiting? And I'm curious, how many orbs do you have? And also let me know if you're completely free to play. Have you been spending? Did you pick up an Elvira, a Necromancer? So for example, let me just showcase this account. My main account right now has 8,024 orbs, and I do have a rank 2 Necromancer and a rank 1 Elvira. So if I hadn't spent orbs for these monsters, I would probably have what, like 15,000 orbs maybe? Elvira cost me 2,300. Necromancer cost me, dang, how much did Necromancer cost me? 4,700? Although, to be completely fair, so that's an extra 7,000 orbs. So yeah, I would have 15,000 orbs right now if I didn't spend on Necromancer and Elvira. Although, to be completely fair, I did purchase this pack one time. Thanks to Ruby, Shiro, and Yami, they donated money when I did the live stream for Necromancer. They all donated during the live stream and I was able to purchase this. So 2,500 orbs were given to me. But if we ignore those 2,500 orbs, yes, I've been able to get like almost 13,000 orbs on my own, completely free to play, not spending money for orbs. And I've never bought any gems on my account. And actually, if that's not convincing enough, let's take a look at my baby account. And so here we have my baby account, and yes, this is a 100% free to play account. It's almost at level 80. Look at that, I have 1,400 gems, so way more than enough to spend on orbs. And let's see how many orbs I have, 6,211. And in terms of monsters, yes, I do have an Elvira. That's not Elvira. I do have an Elvira. She's level 50, I believe, or 25 on this account. That's not Elvira. Let me go to light again. I did purchase an Elvira, which cost 2,300 orbs. And I also have a Necromancer, because those two monsters I definitely consider must-have monsters for free-to-play players. And so I have spent 2,300 orbs on each of them, so 4,600. 46 plus what I currently have. If I hadn't spent on them, I'd have almost 11,000 orbs on a 100% free-to-play account, which I don't really invest that much time into. For example, in previous leagues, I never got the 180. I always got like 120. So yeah, there you have an example. And again, the trick to getting Warmasters is basically to only buy during happy hour. During happy hour, the price of buying orbs is essentially cut in half. So, and you always want to purchase the first two. So essentially you can spend 42 gems and get 110 orbs. If you do that every day, there's a happy hour. Sometimes I think there's even twice a day happy hours. Just do that, accumulate your orbs, and you're going to end up with a nice amount to be able to get whatever Warmaster you want. Definitely be able to unlock them to get the 100 cells, maybe even take one to rank 1 or even possibly rank 2. Although again, a rank 2 will cost you 8,000 orbs, a rank 1 will cost you 4,700 orbs. And so anyhow, with that being said, that's going to be it for this little update video with Babari, also talking about orbs and stuff. Once again, give me your guys' thoughts on Babari. Will you be getting them? Will you not be getting them? How many orbs do you have? Which Warmasters do you have? Are you free to play? Do you spend on that limited time 2,500 orbs? Whatever may be going through your mind concerning Warmasters, orbs, maybe if you have thoughts about the Magic Warmaster, the Metal Warmaster, whatever may be, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.